Hey everybody, Sam here.
And Angela, and welcome to our channel.
Welcome to the next day of working on building our back deck on the back of our 1988 Palm Harbor single-wide mobile home. Yesterday we got this thing all decked out, which was amazing, a great amount of progress. It is now a wonderful play place for the boys. They've already got Hot Wheels out here and everything. What we're going to work on today is continuing, and the first step in that is to trim off the rough overhang edges of our deck boards and then start to put the posts on, the actual handrail posts.
Nice. This is when it gets outfitted. Let's go.
If you see me as I'm using the circular saw, I have my left hand here. That's because as you get varying lengths, this guard can flip down and cause problems. So that's why I rest my hand there. It's one of those things, it could be dangerous. Like anything in life, there's an ability for it to be dangerous, but it's something that has to be done, and I do it in a safe way. So just to let you know why my left hand is there, it's so that I can get good, clean trims, and I don't have any saw kickback or movements because of that guard popping down on me. But would you look at it? This is a nice clean edge. This is what you want to do with the deck so you get a beautiful, nice, crisp finish. This is also why we buy 12-foot lumber, but we build a deck about 3 inches less than 12 feet. So we have the ability to trim the edges and get nice looking ends, plus having our little bit of a reveal.
Good?
Yeah, do yours first. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm good.
Not know we do on Jurassic Park.
Here on the front edge of the deck, we have a 3-inch overhang, which is way too much. We have that because this is a full deck board, and now we need to trim it to actually give us a correct amount of overhang. I want a 1-inch reveal, or overhang, to say it again. Easy way to do that, take a tape measure, butt it up against your framing member below, scribe pencil mark, take that up top, and on this end, because that's where the beam is, come back 1 inch. The nice thing about tape measures, you can then erase your pencil mark. So as you're going along, you can put tick marks and scratch or whatever on these with pencils, erase it, and use it again. So we have our 1-inch overhang here. We'll do the same thing down there, and then we'll snap a chalk line and cut it with a saw. I am to the point I'm ready to put some posts on the side of this deck and form or begin to build our handrails. These posts are made out of treated 4x4s cut to 48 inches in length. That will give us our minimum plus some for our handrail height. Minimum where we are is 36 inches. I think what we're going to end up with is around 38 to 40 inches off the top of the deck. Plenty enough room. So I've got some 4x4s over here, and I want to bring you along for the process of how I notch the deck boards, because remember we have our roughly 1-inch overhang, and how I attach them. So right here at this front edge is where we're going to put our next posts. I have the post I want to use. I will sit it in place up here, and I will sight down this edge to line it up with the outside framing member of our joists. Give myself just a little bit of wiggle room right there. Now I'm going to put a pencil mark here on top of the decking, right about there. So that's how far to the right I'm going to notch. Now I'm measuring my overhang, which is 1 inch. Transferring that up here. And then scribing the line here. And that gives me the area to notch and remove. Now I'll use the oscillating cutoff tool with a wood blade to just chip this out real quick, or rather cut it out. This is the post that I've picked. What I'm doing now is looking on all 4 sides to pick the prettiest side and let that face out if at all possible. This is the one that I want to face outwards. So I'll kind of roughly put it in place up here so I don't forget in my mind, because what I need to do is rotate it once and now measure from the top down to make sure I line this up and it sticks up this correct amount above the decking. I put a mark here at 40 inches. Now I'll rotate it back, and I will start some of these structural screws that I'm using. These are 6-inch long Headlock brand Timberlock construction screws, and they are really awesome. If you've never used them, these are great for this application. Alright, so now I can hold this up. It's a little tricky by yourself, but it can be done. I'm looking at my pencil line here on the other side of this post, right here facing me. I'm going to hold it to where I need to, and then put the top screw in most of the way. Now I'll use my level, and I will plumb up the post left to right. And then I'll attach the bottom screw. On this corner, the process is going to be the same. However, I want to avoid putting a post in this area. This end grain of the outside-most joists, rim joists, are not going to hold a post good. So I'm going to set the post in this area, attaching right into the long grain of this wood. It'll be a lot stronger, and it's going to work out better. It will give me a little bit of a gap, so I have to check that. We have to make this a little bit of a filler when we do our balusters. But for the post, the best anchoring point is right here. So the process is pretty similar. A matter of sighting it down here on top of the deck, give myself a mark, measuring the overhang, and transferring that to the top and cutting my piece out. pretty cool view, guys. What you're seeing is right at our back door. You're literally right in the back door. I'm on the deck and you're seeing our view. I mean, okay, given it's not our permanent view, mini split, ladder, that kind of stuff will go away. What is that? Oh, those are posts. Four-wheeler go-kart, nah, that'll live there. So I have all the posts put up and it is really starting to look like a deck now, like legit. So I did also have to make a little bit of an executive decision, and I chose aesthetics over bare minimum per se. Okay, what you mean, Sam? Here we go. So on this 12-foot wide section, straight out from the back door as you guys are seeing behind me, I could have gotten away with only attaching one post in the middle. The maximum span for handrail in our area, again, remember I'm only talking about our area, so check your local codes and regulations, but the maximum span out here for us is 6 feet. I have about 11 feet from corner post to corner post on that end out there. So I could have done one post in the middle and been fine for regulations. But I took a look at it and I thought, I don't know, it looks a little skimpy. And given the expected, anticipated use of this space, entertaining, having people out here, having kids, I figured, you know what, let's do it safer and let's put 2 posts out here. It gives it more of a robust appearance. It definitely helps to, I don't know, it looks better. So it not only looks better, but it is a little bit safer. Again, code would allow us to have put 1 post and had, you know, the less than 6 foot span for handrail, but I think this is going to be better. It's what I wanted to do, and I'm happy with how it looks. It definitely has a more balanced feel and keeps pretty much the maximum span between all of our posts 5 feet or less. This may not work, but I'm gonna hand shoot and bring you guys out, let you be blown away by the sun. I'm blown away at least. It is really cool to be able to stand out here. I'm right here at the corner of the post and to really get a feel for the size of the deck. My sunglasses. I'll pause, hold please. So out here at the corner, it is really nice to be able to get a sense of scale. It is great having the posts here. They look wonderful, and there's a little bit of shade in here. All throughout the day, a little bit of this deck is shaded. Right now, about 3 feet worth, but the sun is starting to move over, and actually our sunset view is that way in the summertime. So it's really cool. We want to sit out here, see the sunsets. Not that many people want to be outside in the summertime for sunsets, but we could see it if we want to. But come wintertime, the cool thing, wintertime sunsets are pretty much right here. So we'll have year-round sunset views out here and really be able to enjoy the privacy of having the deck back here. Behind the home, there's nothing, no one can see us out here at all on the deck, and for sure at the back of the house. So it's just really cool to have that level of privacy out here. So I've got a couple of different ways that I can take the build now. I can go ahead and turn my head and attention towards the stairs and figure out where they're going to land at. Go ahead and start digging and putting in forms for our concrete landing for our steps to then go on top of, just like we did the front steps. Or I go ahead and start building the handrails. I think the handrails are going to be easier. I'm not going to be digging in the ground, so I think that's what Sam's going to choose to do. We'll go ahead and start building these handrails. So here's a look at the plates that we've got on the end of these handrail pieces. They're just some plastic composite, and they are made to where you just slide them in. So I like to just tap them down with a hammer. And if you compare that kind of a look compared to this, it's a lot nicer, high quality look really. They get attached with some Robertson screws that comes with the kit. 2 in the end, and then 3 to toenail it and attach it to your post. Alright, these posts splay out. So I'm going to have to carefully hold this, get my helper here to stop with the camera and hold this side so I don't drop it on my head. All right, we're ready to install our balusters. We have some 36-inch ones. These are off the shelf at the hardware store. Angela took the time while I was finishing the rest of these horizontal bars to the right to measure, and then she pre-drilled a whole lot of these. Pre-drilling these is very important because these small little 1x1, 2x2s will blow apart when you try and put a screw through them. So we're going to hold them up in place. As far as spacing them, I'm using just an off-cut 2x4. Put a baluster up, space it, put another one, space, and go on down the line, trying to make it as even and pretty as possible. All right, for the first one, put my 2x4 up there, hold that in place, and I'm gonna eyeball it, but pretty much the top of this is in the middle of the 2x4 for us and how I did the handrails. All right, I gotta stop. I've got an invention. I want to make it really quickly. All right, guys, I am sick and tired of holding this block up and juggling it and it falling. So as I'm fighting this, I came up with an idea. I invented something. Let's see if it works. I give you Sam's baluster spacer Mach 1. The idea here, you hook it, slam it over. I don't have to hold that. The two deck boards make it thicker than the 2x up top, so it's not going to bind up on me. But I can slide it over there, take a regular block, lay it there, put my baluster in place. It's a little tight there, but that's a lot better than it falling over. I like it. Sam's version 1 baluster spacer thingamabob. There we go. Back it up. Your turn. See how Sam's invention works or doesn't work for you.
Okay. Works pretty good, I say.
Sell it on Shark Tank, make millions. Although we give away the secrets here. Dang it! We have reached the end of another work day, and I feel incredibly accomplished with this one. How about you?
Yeah, another big difference day.
Definitely. A lot of visual changes. We ran out of balusters. I didn't buy enough for the whole project. So there's like 3 or 4 missing on this little short rail side. And of course we haven't done anything with the steps either. Speaking of steps, I've measured our deck height and it is really close to a standardized height. So there is a good chance I'm going to be returning those 2x12s that I was going to make my own stringers from and just buy some off-the-shelf ones, which is exactly what we did on the front porch.
That sounds good to me.
And me too. It's cut and dry, it's done, it's not really that much more expense, not when you consider your time and possible mess-ups when doing your own stringers. So we'll see. I'll do a little bit of research tonight, see what we got there, and prepare for another concrete pad for the steps too. We'll have to get that material.
Yep.
But hey, that's more work. Let's talk about our accomplishments.
It's a big difference site-wise. Like, look at it. It's big.
Just look at it. Will you look at it?
So, I like it. It looks almost completed.
Yeah, I really like the look of the black trim with the wood balusters. I'm not a huge fan of wood balusters. We looked at some of the black metal ones you can buy. Holy moly. Expensive. Out of our budget. So splurging for little black squares, that's good.
And some of you may say they're on upside down, but we did that on purpose. You can flip them up the other way and have like a flat banister on top, but we're not doing that style, and so we wanted to see more of the black.
Yep, exactly right. I forgot. I said that in the front deck video.
Oh, did you?
This is the back deck, and we might have different people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're totally right. I put these on upside down, and that was on purpose.
It's still gonna hold them.
Oh yeah, the screws are really good. They are toenail at perfect angles. It's a really, really good rock solid system. I'm not really one to brag on myself, but my goodness, that little tool that I made was handy. Made that job so much easier. I know you didn't do a lot of balusters with the blocks, but I kept dropping them over and over and over. And, you know,
Having to bend over.
Coach likes a whole bunch of up downs, but Sam doesn't. So I finally made something, and it worked great. Surprisingly great, actually.
It didn't get stuck with me, so.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know that I'll keep it. I mean, it's one of these things.
After we finish the rest of the balusters,
Yes.
you can just put it in the pile.
Say bye-bye. Bye, Invention.
Well, guys, thanks for coming along as we got more done on our deck. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on the homestead.
See you guys.
Bye. Look at our dirty deck.
Yeah, look at all that trash. Don't you love them?
I do not like this nail polish. It chips.
I'm ready to fight. That nail polish chips.
I put it on like 2 days ago.
I know. I'm so spitting mad. I'd spit if I had any. I'm so mad over that nail polish.
It is looking like a total
Just about died on that one, just so you know. Don't ever film and walk backwards.
We're just droning on and on.
Yeah, we're tired. Hey, I can call this the deck hooker. No, maybe not that one.
No.
So this is where the top's going to be. So no taller than the post.
Okay.
And then down here's the bottom. Yeah. Sam's wooden deck hooker.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but
Yeah, I'm way down here. Alright, you can be back there, but no funny faces and... Okay.
it's not seeing your face.
It never sees my face. I gotta do this, then it sees it.
Yep.
And then I put my hat back down. Today was exceptionally practical. Oh, it's locked onto Isaac's face. Hey, we gotta shoot an intro. Yeah, this day started with me out here by myself, remember? Someone went shopping. Who went shopping today?
No, I had a chiropractor appointment.
That then branched into Kohl's, Ollie's, Walmart, Five Below. Am I forgetting any?
No, that's it.
No, that's all. I'm ready to go ahead and start and talk. Yep. Alright, what can it see? This whole area?
Yeah.
And over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, my face is right here. Hey, my face is right here. What are you looking at, camera? And it also mains. Hey, mains. Ta-da. I don't know, still doesn't see a face. Whatever. Manually tap on my face. Good. Alright, let's back Sam up a little bit. His head
No,
looks
we did do a intro.
What?
We did do an intro.
What did we say other than our normal intro?
We're going to be working on our 1988 palm harvesting wide mobile home.
That's
And
not vague, or that's too
yesterday we
vague.
did all the decking, and today we're going to probably put on the banisters and see how far we get.
Okay. Well, your mind's
My
not been
memory's
fried.
actually-
I've been fried by
No.
the heat. I don't know what happened.
I've been fried by the kids, honey.
Well, that's true. So let's go get some tools, get down from up here at the house, and yeah, make some more progress. It's about 5 minutes later from that last shot. I've just been hanging out here in the shade, enjoying the deck, enjoying the quietness, and all the windows in the house are open, and this back door is still open. I can feel the breeze come through from the front, through the home, and back here, and it feels really nice and cool. So definitely look forward to spending some time out here and just relaxing, unwinding, I don't know, yelling at the kids, grilling up some animal flesh. You know how it goes. So, I don't know. Just figured I'd share this. It's totally personal, totally not related to the video per se, but it is, it's cool. Things are starting to take shape, which is, it's been a long time coming. It's been a lot of hard work, but it's nice to see that, I don't know, the end's in sight. And I can kind of start to think about relaxing times. Not that we'll stop much, but hey, at least do something different, right? And live in a much, much bigger camper, home, whatever. I was going to say camper. It's not a camper. But you know, living in the camper now has been stressful, but we look forward to it. Okay. I guess that's it. I probably should get back to work, although not feeling it right now, I'll tell you that much. It's nice and quiet, but alright, yeah. Let's go.